Appian RPA has a set of rich monitoring capabilities. You can see right off the bat from the console, our dashboard has, just for instance, some out-of-the-box KPIs and graphs like process work items, average execution time, accumulated execution time. Now, if I go ahead and drill it into some of my robotic processes, like for instance, this SAP Create Sales Order robot, I can see all of the past executions in detail, different charts and KPIs around that, schedule time, etc., etc. I can see how these bots have performed in the past. It looks like it's failed sometime, a couple times. I can drill in to those failures and narrow down the actual issue. This could be useful for debugging purposes. I could add screenshots into it to see exactly what was going wrong at the time. Now, I could also re-execute this robotic process with these exact same input parameters. So it'll save the state of this execution and replay it with the exact environment that we had the error on. Now, if I go into my SAP sales order bot, I can again execute it right from here with these parameters. It'll be executed on a Windows virtual machine that's available here. Now, I don't actually have the VM, I don't have access to the VM right now, but if we execute this, you can see that our execution is in flight. I can actually go to the resource from that execution. You can see my resources online. You can see some reserve memory features there. It's executing a robotic process. Now let's go and view or monitor that virtual machine straight from the console. This is one of the best features of Appian RPA. Your center of excellence or somebody who's in charge of this robotic process, maybe a manager, doesn't need access to these virtual machines. They can simply come into the console and get a live look at it through the monitoring feature. They can actually take over control of the virtual machine from the browser as well with the control feature. So now I'm in control, and you can see this bullseye here. I can actually move my mouse around and manipulate the VM from the browser. Now we'll go ahead and turn the monitoring off, and we can come back to our dashboard, and we can see that our SAP sales order was completed successfully. This is another great feature is the rich logging, KPIs, metrics. You can see our results here, all from these different 3 tabs. You may not have seen it because we were in the remote viewer, but if I go ahead and re-execute this bot, during the execution, there's real-time updates to the console. So you can actually see your workflow in flight. You can see it's on the SAP Open. It's going through these different transactions. You can see my logs being generated all in real time. You can turn these off and on, narrow in on errors maybe, or info logs. Maybe you just want to see screenshots. That's a cool one. If I turn off I hide everything, now you'll just see the screenshots coming in. So it's a lot of rich monitoring features in Appian RPA. Now, if we come over to the Robotic Workforce Manager app, we can drill into the Control Center and actually see this SAP Create Sales Order bot in the Control Center. Now, RWM comes with each instance of Appian RPA, and you can see there's rich monitoring included in that as well. All of these graphs and KPIs come out of the box, and it's hooked up to your RPA console very seamlessly. You can see some executions, insights, process insights, how many resources are online, sessions, and if we drill into the actual sales order bot, you can see we have rich monitoring and graphs and reporting around that specific execution as well.